Welcome to our video on understanding your pay stub or pay statement. We developed this video to help you better understand and manage your finances. So during this video, we're going to help you understand how to access your pay stub, how to read your pay stub and pay statement, and talk about the different things that might come out of it. We'll talk about your net versus your gross earnings, taxes, other deductions, and why it's so important to read your paycheck and pay statement regularly. Hopefully, by having this understanding, you'll be in a better position to manage your money and make an accurate budget for your family. Now that you know how to access your pay stub and your pay statement, let's talk about what information is included on these documents. So generally, pay stubs and pay statements provide three types of information: earnings information, which is the money you've made from your job; tax information, which lists the money that you're paying directly to the government; and deductions, which are other items that might be removed from your paycheck, such as insurance. Before we move on, we wanted to show you a quick sample of what a pay stub or pay statement might look like. As the sample shows, it includes the three broad categories of information we just mentioned: earnings, taxes, and other deductions. Information about your earnings is the first and probably the most important part of information on your pay stub or pay statement. Gross earnings is the starting point for understanding your pay. Gross earnings is your total pay before any taxes and deductions are taken out. So your pay stub is going to show you how often you're paid, which is referred to as the pay period. This can be weekly, this can be every 2 weeks, could be once a month. It depends on your company's pay policy. So you want to check that out, and your pay statement will tell you what period this pay is for. It will also show you your pay rate. It could be hourly, it could be weekly, it could be salaried, so you want to check that. It'll show you the number of hours that you worked during the most pay period, and then it'll show you the total amount that you earned during this pay period, as well as how much you've earned for the full year. Your pay stub or pay statement will also show information about your net earnings. Net earnings are the actual amount of money that you'll take home to pay rent, buy food, and other things for your family. Your net pay is the pay that you get after all the taxes and deductions are taken out. This is the number you should look at when planning your budget, since it's the money you'll actually have in your hands to use. So just to summarize, your gross pay is the pay you receive before all the taxes and deductions are taken out, and your net earnings or net pay is the money you actually receive after all those other things are taken out. That's the money you actually have to use. Information about taxes are the type of information on your pay stub or pay statement. Information about taxes is shown two ways: by the type of tax, for example, US or state income tax, Social Security tax, and by the amount of money that you've paid for each type of tax. It's important to recognize that the taxes you'll pay is based on your individual circumstance. For example, the type of tax that you pay and the amount you'll pay is generally based on your overall yearly income, your number of dependents, which are the children and elderly you care for in your family, and where you live. When you start your job, you're going to complete some tax forms, including a W-4 form, which tells your employer exactly how much money to take out of your pay for federal taxes. You'll probably also fill out some other forms for state and local taxes. The types of taxes that you pay fall into three broad categories. We have federal or US government income taxes, These are taxes used by the government to pay for roads, bridges, military, and other federal programs. Your federal income tax, or the income tax rate, or the percentage of your income that is paid, is going to change depending on your earnings. It's a percentage. State and local taxes are different based on where you live. These take several forms and could include state and local income tax or other state-specific disability or unemployment insurance. Then we have a third category here, which is like FICA or Social Security taxes. These are also taxes mandated under Federal Insurance Contributions Act, and they're used to pay for retirement and various other health or disability benefits. If you'd like more information on taxes, we do have a tax presentation as well that you can check out for more info on this. So your pay stub or pay statement provides details about each type of tax, both the type of tax and the amount of tax you're paying. Typically, you'll see that both for your recent pay period and also how much you paid over the full year. Now let's look at that last category that we talked about for your pay stub and pay statement, these deductions. So like with taxes, there are many types of deductions or other things removed from your paycheck, and the specific types of deductions are different between employers and companies. In general, there are two main types. There are company deductions. With this category, this includes the amount that you are paying towards your medical, dental, life insurance plans. This can include flexible spending and health spending benefits. It also accounts for anything you contribute to retirement savings, which is sometimes you might see 401k. Or if you're in a union, this is where your dues may be taken out of your paycheck. We do have another presentation talking about employer benefits if you want to learn more about this in more detail. The second category of deductions relates to garnishments or pay reductions for alimony, child support. These are generally deductions that are taken out by the government or for other financial related situations. This second group applies to a relatively few amount of people. So you might not see these on your paycheck. Like with gross earnings and taxes, your pay stub or your pay statement is going to display the different types and amounts of your deductions, both for that paycheck or that pay period and for the whole year to date. So let's recap. We just learned a lot of information. So let's recap what we've just covered. Your pay statement or your pay stub provides you with detailed information about your earnings, taxes, and payroll related deductions. It'll show you your gross earnings versus your net earnings. It'll show you as well all of these things that are removed from your paycheck during your pay period, as well as how much you've paid for the year to date. To summarize what we've learned today, you can access your pay stub or pay statement directly from your employer, either attached to your paper paycheck, or you can go online or on your phone through the company your employer is using to read this pay statement in detail. Understanding your pay stub or pay statement will help you in budgeting and planning for your financial future. You want to remember to regularly review your pay statements to make sure that it correctly includes the right number of hours that you've worked, the right hourly, weekly, or monthly pay rate, and the deductions are correct as well, including your tax deductions. If you have any questions on your pay stub or pay statement, you can always ask your supervisor or the HR department at your company, and they can provide some additional guidance to you on your pay stub or pay statement. If you have any additional questions, you can always come to meet with an IRC financial coach, and they're always happy to talk to you or walk you through your pay statement. We hope that you found this discussion interesting and useful. Thank you and have a great day.